So this is going to be level 2, 102 of Z-Wave capturing of data to assist in troubleshooting. So I'll call it Z-Wave Troubleshooting 102, just to get a little bit more information so that you can do a little bit more troubleshooting. So again, what I'm going to do is shut off any chattering devices that I don't want to see. In this case, it will just be I have an energy monitoring system, automation, and I'm just going to go into the gem here. I'm going to go into setup mode, and I'm just going to fool it into not being able to communicate. So I'm going to go into the advanced settings here, and it's running at 115 200 baud, so I'm just going to throttle it back, which will disable it, I have found. So I'll save that, and I'll flip back to the Java console here, and you can see all these rests that were flying through all the time. And time is 11:29. This was at 11:28, so it was fairly recent. So now what I'm going to do is clear this, and I should not have near the traffic anymore. I do have a Zeus controller at Z-Wave, and it does throw a bit of traffic based on energy usage. So I'm going to leave that in there because what I'm going to do is I want to see all communication between all the devices. There are battery operated devices such as locks. There are other devices that I have that are wall power, and they're switches, and I also have some Z-Wave blinds. So what I will do is bring up a list of devices here. You can see here I've got the list of devices, and just bring that up. Sorry. Yeah, so here's the list of devices. So they'll be referenced up in here. You can see here the CY005, and if I go to my list, which I made manually as I found these. So ZY005, it's a Zeus switch that I used on a coffee maker. And what I'm going to do here is I'm now going to go into higher capture mode. So I'm going to go on to Tools, and under Diagnostics, and I'm going to go to Event Viewer. And what I'm going to do is set that down close here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to simply do a, show you here, a Z-Wave, and I go into under Z-Wave, let's see here, network, I think. Yeah, under network, there's a heal network. And if you take a look there, it's going to start doing a heal to repair all the different links to how traffic goes from one device through a device to another one. It's going to try and reconnect them all. So would I like to proceed? Yes. So I'm not going to actually operate any Z-Wave devices this time. I'm going to let it do all the talking to all the devices that I have. And I'll pull this over so we can see the lines. And I've got automatic scroll on, so you should see this stuff fly by as it's doing Z-Wave network heal. You can see that, and all the different operations. So it does healing of all remaining mains devices. Mains are anything that's plugged into walls. So we do a bunch of update neighbors and that sort of thing, and you can trace these later. But it does give you a lot of information about what devices you have, how they're, what's the next neighbor, and that sort of thing. So when it says, like, say, device 6, and I go down to here, that's a quick set dining room door. So that's not a mains device, that's a battery operated lock. So you can see all these devices. I've got 19, 20, 21 would be Z-Wave blinds. I don't know where 20 is, but 21, and that may be a problem. There may be a phantom device out there, or it's just trying to capture different ones. But I've got 21 is a switch that I've got plugged in the garage. Another one is a zoo's door. It's called a siren, but it's a doorbell, and it's sitting in my office underneath the counter plugged in. And it can act as a switch too, or a sort, yeah, a repeater for the Z-wave signals. So you can see it going through its work here. I can bring this a little bit bigger, I guess. Just watch it for a few minutes. This will probably take 2 or 3 minutes. We'll kind of watch through here, and I'll try and walk you through as it's doing different things that I can recognize. So you can see is anytime it says, like for device 6, for instance, it's talking about dining room door lock. So you can see there's a battery. So it's a door lock 6, and battery get is just getting information from the lock at this point. And it's saying successfully updated neighbors for that lock. Okay, so that's a good thing. Again, just correlate any of these devices down to what I've got as a table down here. And what you don't want to see in here is like Z-wave errors, that sort of thing. In the end, it will say complete, and then we'll know that. Like right here, it says device 9 is not awake. If I do a device 9, probably a lock. Yeah, right there. That's a door lock. Now, locks only wake up every few seconds, so it's going to take a bit, probably till it finds something. There's 9 and 10 not awake, right? So they're both locks. Eventually they should work. They're just going to keep hitting at it until the lock wakes up and can respond back again. At some point we should see that. Actually, yeah, device is not awake, so pull this over a bit more. And let's see here, is there anything new I can show you at this point? Failed to update neighbors for device 12, so let's see what that is. Again, that's a quick set. Any quick sets are my locks, so that's our main door lock. So we'll keep an eye on that. 12, and we'll see if it eventually picks it up. There's some successfuls here. Successful for device 15, that was. So that's blinds. So the blinds are coming up. And the Somfy blinds that I've got, the Z-Wave controlled, are just amazing. They have been so handy. And I use they come with little controllers that you put on each window. I don't use those. I basically just have it controlled through here, and then through the UDI portal, and then that allows me to feed commands over to Google. I have some Google displays and speakers, and basically I can just say, hey Google, set north blind to 50%, or set south blind to 50%, or west blind, and you can do them all at once. Do set all blinds to 30%, set all blinds to 70%, set blinds up 2%, just goes a little jig, which is great when the sun's just say an inch below the blinds, which does happen, and then you just want to jig it a wee bit. It's great to be able to do that 1-2%. You don't have to stand up, walk over, and judge where it is. You just basically sit here and operate it till it's in the right spot. And you can see here right now it's working on 12, and this is iteration 5. So this is the 5th time it's tried to update neighbors for device 12. Okay, so device 12 is the main door here. It should pick it up because it's not that far away. See if there's any more successful showing up here. Here we go. So it says finished network heal. It looks like everything was picked up good here. So all return routes, blah blah blah, for all the different devices, and they're all showing up here. So that's great. And yeah, I think that is what I really wanted to show, because it really shows some of the network traffic, how it's getting through, that it's actually finding it, that the device is responding, and that sort of thing. If you find that you're having problems, you might want to then at that device that isn't successfully talking, to put a switch, like a wall mains type Z-Wave Plus switch. If it's a lock, you need to make sure it's a Z-Wave Plus, and that will usually fix it. If you stick it in the middle and then run a network heal again, a Z-Wave heal, it will usually fix the problems. But once you do the heal, you may want to just wait a day or two, because it will remesh a little bit to, if it finds even better ways to do it, or a device wakes up a little bit stronger, it will remesh. So it's a great thing too. If you found this helpful, I would appreciate if you would like, subscribe, leave a comment. They all help to direct traffic. And also to go to trapezy.com. It's something that I created that allows you to catch a mouse with a normal mouse trap and be notified instantly on the hub that you can get, or on your phone, text message or email, any type of communication, and there's no monthly fees required. And I've had incredible success. It uses LoRa long-range technology. Again, it's Trapezy, TRAPEEZEE.com. And yeah, just have a look at all the stuff that it's tied in with. It's tied in with YoLink and YoSmart. If you've heard of YoLink, home automation, they do water shutoffs, leak sensors, temperature sensors. Yeah, quite a few different devices. And this is just an add-on that allows you to use their system to use a normal mouse trap. It's very interesting. Can go up to a quarter mile, so that covers a lot of territory in your yard. Can go into a boat trailer, that sort of thing. Anyways, I won't push it too far, but that would be great if you could just visit and have a look, and if you like what you see, purchase some of their stuff. Again, TRAPEEZEE.com, or you can go straight to the full website for all the different devices at YoSmart.com. That's YOSMART.com. Thanks.